in the gym with the Hodge twins. Dang it, I said that in the dog's park. What's going on, guys? Today we got another video coming at you guys again with the Miata U2 series. Today we are back with this thing. If you can tell, everything is installed. I shouldn't say everything, because obviously not everything is installed. We got ourselves a little BP5A motor from JDM of California. If you guys don't know what JDM of California is, I will leave a link in the description. They are a distributor of anything pretty much Japanese. They can get anything for you Japanese, JDM part-wise. They have a lot of stuff in stock engine-wise from Japan, but if you need anything else like hood, fender, anything like that, that is something that will be a lot easier to get in Japan or only in Japan, JDM of California can get that for you. So I'll put a link in the description for that. But today, we are going to try to start this motor for the very first time. Hopefully it works. I can't keep on losing you. Oh, he brought me some pizza?
No.
What? No, dude.
No, it's actually not for you.
Dude.
Honestly,
Dude. So like I said before, obviously everything isn't installed. There's no front bumper, no fenders, no hood, no headlights, no turn signals, no side markers. There's a lot not installed, but everything that is installed right now should let it run, hopefully. And so there's oil in the motor, there's transmission fluid, or I guess it's called gear oil, and there's also water in the radiator. So hopefully this should work. Might take a couple tries, but again, let's see what happens, and hopefully we can drive this thing around a little bit today. All right, let's give this a whirl. And the battery's not hooked up. All right, round two. Okay, car's on. Let's send that. And nothing. Dope. Sick. Yes! Love when things don't work. I guess it's considered round three. Fuel pump's priming this time. Last time it wasn't. Idle is very, very high. AFRs are pretty good. The fuel pump relay wasn't all the way down, so I just pushed that down more. I realized I took it out like a little while ago, just because I didn't want the car to start out of nowhere. I knew the car wouldn't start if the relay wasn't in. It's just a insurance thing for me. But yeah, here we go. All right, the idle went down significantly. I didn't really touch anything, but the idle is way too high at 12.8 air to fuel ratio. I want that around 13.7. With these cars, it's hard to get it to 14.7 and have them run smooth. So 13.7 is good with this because it's a batch fire setup. And that should hopefully make it sound a little better, a little healthier, a lot less rich. And then maybe we can actually whip it around for a second. Turn the car off just because I didn't want to run it while I'm turning my laptop on. It's super freaking slow because it's super old. And one thing is, I really haven't been in this car in a couple months and actually sat down. One thing I actually do like are these seats. They're quite comfortable. Now, once you drive for about an hour, hour and a half, which I've done a couple times going to events and stuff in the LA area, because I'm more closer to San Diego, that hour and a half drive actually is kind of brutal towards the end, but these seats are super nice for what they are, and they actually keep you in the seat. Like compared to the Mazda Speed 3 seat, which I'm typically in every single day, this is like crazy bolstering. So I like it. It's a really huge seat for the car, but it's cool. I like this car, man. I want to drive it more. I just really need to dial it in, have an engine that doesn't blow up on me, I don't think I do. I think I have a solid setup here. Hopefully, do not jinx myself. But the laptop should be going here in a second. Then we're gonna fix the AFRs at idle, and then maybe whip it around the block a couple times and see if it's drivable, smokes, leaks, anything like that. Woo! Okay, we're idling at 900, and we're at a little low with the AFR. So I'm gonna take out some fuel here. Right around this area, maybe right there. Take out a little bit of fuel and see if that, oh. It's not bad right now, honestly. So we got brother in the car. I do not have power steering right now, so that's a little rough, but it is Miata, so that's a good thing. It doesn't only weighs like a couple, like 2,200 pounds, opposed to Speed 3, which weighs 3,500. Oh, okay, a little scrape. Right now, we're gonna go for a little test lap up and down the neighborhood, see what happens, check on the AFRs. Oh, there we go. It's working. Transmission, at least in first, is good. Wish us luck. Not bad. All right, we're gonna go a little faster now. We've been doing a little bit of tuning, just like mild. No real throttle. Make sure we don't hit anyone. Whew, coasting down the highway now. So we got up to about 8 PSI from the data log, and we're idling now at 1100. And one thing that, so it's like January now, and one thing that needs to be done, because we live in California, is the car is way too loud. In California, there used to be a law where if, I actually got this ticket a couple months ago, if your car is too loud, it's a fix-it ticket, and you have to put mufflers on your car, and it's only $25. Now that law, since 2019 passed, or 2019 is now here, that law, that's not a fix-it ticket anymore, it's literally over $1,000 if you get caught with your car being loud. So we are going to be ordering some a resonator and a muffler, most likely, to put on this thing to make it a lot quieter and less suspicious on the road. But so far, I mean, I haven't gotten far, but 8 PSI, ripped around. The highest the AFRs got were about 12.4, so we're going to tune that, make sure it goes a little bit more down around the 11.5 to 11.8 range. And yeah, later on we'll get on the boost controller and see what else we can do on the real roads. So we did end up having a little bit of mishap here. There is some water on the ground. Came from this silicone coupler right there. That was not tight enough, so I just went in and tightened it. Hopefully it does enough. If it doesn't, I'll put another clamp on there. These were cheap little clamps. I'm sure I'll be able to go through a lot of them, so I'm going to have to get some more of higher quality. I took a zip tie and zip tied this heater core hose, like try to get it as far away from the downpipe, because that's going to be the hottest component that's next to it. The manifold will get hot too, but not nearly as hot as the downpipe. Actually, they're probably going to get both equally as hot. I would like to header wrap both of these and the downpipe in the future. Maybe get a turbo blanket. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long I'll honestly be running this turbo. This was kind of just a last minute thing to get this car running. If you notice, I didn't paint anything engine wise like I did with my last setup. I had it painted really nice, all black and blue. Everything is looking clean. I kind of got over the whole making everything look really nice after the whole last engine setup didn't work out, and just wanted to make sure that it ran first, which is kind of sad. And it's not sad, but this one does seem to run good as of right now, and it doesn't look good, which is the problem. So in the future, we're definitely gonna have to make this thing look good again, make the Miata great again, and I definitely have to work on that. Hopefully, I tighten that coupler or that clamp enough to sustain the water from coming out of it in the future. And we definitely need to do a lot of tightening up in the engine bay. It looks really disgusting. I want to make a couple new things. I want to put my old intercooler back on. That's a lot smaller than this one, because this is for a freaking massive turbo setup that's going to make a ton of power. Yeah, needed to do a lot of cleaning up in the future, but that is going to be actually in the future. I want to make sure this thing is running good. Tune it by myself, super solid at first, and then possibly get it tuned by a tuner, or I might wait and get a better turbo for the setup and then go to a tuner and get it tuned. I can pretty much make sure the AFRs are clean, and the acceleration enrichment looks good. Idle and startup settings are good, but I'm not going to really touch anything timing-wise unless I'm on a dyno. Actually, I'm not going to touch anything timing-wise. I'm going to let someone that's tuned a lot of Miatas and understands what the BP5 engine can withstand, and yeah, I'm not going to take that on myself. I am scared about that. We have to get a better differential for the car, because the one we currently have, the 1.6 differential, although it is the limited slip LSD, the LSD differential, or limited slip differential, it will break at any time now, so I'm kind of scared. We have these 6-speed transmission that we can throw in if the 5 speeds go away. I have 2 5 speeds and a 6-speed, so I'll throw in a 6-speed if the 5-speed can't handle this power. And yeah, there's probably a couple other things we need to do, but that is the gist of it for today. The car is running. I am freaking stoked. So far, there's been no smoking issues. There has been the, like the normal startup smoke coming from like all of this area, hopefully just from my hands and stuff, but there hasn't been any massive smoke cloud coming from the exhaust pipe, which is typical, not typical, it's definitely not typical, which is what I am used to from when the 1.8 I put in previously. So hopefully this stays this way. So that is gonna be the video, guys. We got the Miata to start today. We did a little bit of a drive, and we kind of did a little bit of a pull, and everything looks pretty good for right now. I'm trying to stay calm. Don't want to get my hopes up, but I do love this freaking car. You guys know I love this car, and I really want to drive it around, but there's definitely a couple things we have to do before we do that. One is make the car a lot quieter, because I do not want to get a $1,000 ticket. Can't afford that right now. Can't be doing that. And the good thing is I have equipment to actually make that happen, if you're catching my drift. There's a lot more to come. A lot more to come with this car. A lot more to come with the Mazda Speed 3. Hopefully we can get some more things in the future going. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't like the video, like the video. Comment. Do you guys think it's cool? Do you like the Miata? I know most of you probably do. There's probably a lot of you out there that don't like the platform. I don't know why. Tell me why you don't like the platform. It's such a good little car. And subscribe. See you guys later.